It's rolling.
Go home, dim the lights. Here's a brownie, take a bite. Never doing that again. Never doing that again. Worst night of my life. Never smoking pot again. Never doing drugs again. Never drinking beers again. That's about it.
Yeah, welcome to our long-anticipated return to Brian and Ryan's search for the meaning of life. How's it going, Mr. Dipierro?
It's going pretty good. How's it going for you?
All right, all right. I guess we shouldn't bury the lead or anything. Just get into, the last time we tried to record an episode.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, which is in reference to the song you just played live right now.
Yes, it is. Well, it's not live because it's technically recorded and everybody's going to hear it
Yeah,
after.
yeah. I mean, live right now isn't in the moment for me, at least.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Like, what the fuck? That's a terrible one.
Yeah, basically, we tried to record a podcast while on something. I'm not going to say what.
You know what I mean? That makes it sound a lot worse. So, yeah, keep it that way. Link in the description.
Oh, yeah, that was a joke overused from the last episode, too.
Me and Brian recorded this episode, and we did this questionnaire. It's like 37 questions to fall in love, and needless to say, we freaked each other out, and we're very upset. And thankfully, our good friend Dan, I don't know if he wants his last name said,
Probably not.
saved us. And we ended up sleeping for a very long time right after. And so I didn't even, I left my laptop down where we were recording with the file open, which I didn't save, but it was open. And I'm like, I don't want anyone to hear it. But then Brian kept saying he wanted to at least have it for himself. So finally, about a week ago, I went to
You went to check
get
it,
the file for
basically.
him. Yeah, and then it wouldn't save. So the episode actually doesn't exist anymore.
It's the lost episode that nobody's ever going to hear.
But I think the world... Well, honestly, I think for other people, it would have been a lot of fun to listen to. But, like, we went to some really dark places that I don't ever want to talk about again.
I don't either.
Yeah.
That's why it's good forgotten.
Yeah. But that's what happens when you get two people who don't do those kinds of things to try that kind of thing and record it. And it was also a mistake, I guess, not to look into those questions ahead of time, because they went from being kind of charming to talking.
Who's the person you would want to kill in the world?
Yeah, it got
Stuff
very
like that.
dark and sad. So anyway, that was about over a month ago now when we recorded that. So now we're finally in the same room together again, back at it. We're here for all of you
on the podcast grind. We're gonna pump these out.
And I guess unrelated to the podcast, but sort of related, both of us have released music EPs since the last episode. One being the Sally Draper one that we recorded for Election Day as a special.
Link in the description.
Yeah, and then Donald Trump became president, and we were surprised, and we're like, shit, I guess we got to keep playing this dumb song. But then also, link in the description, Brian Dipierro dropped a surprise EP today. So much of a surprise that I didn't even know you were dropping it.
Yeah, I just basically record songs like late at night. And I have like a bunch of short songs on it and a version of Let Me Go.
Yeah, and the song that you heard him open with, except on the studio version, what I like a little better than the way you just played it now is you said never doing pot again.
Yeah.
As opposed to never smoking pot, which I thought was an interesting way.
Oh, I don't remember the lyrics. I was just playing it because I recorded it late at night and I don't really listen to them back much.
See, Brian's becoming quite the stoner these days. He's becoming a stony baloney.
I'm shaking my head. No, I've never.
You
really
SMDH? Is that what you're doing?
No.
You're SMDHing?
I'm shaking
my damn head.
Not my damn head, just my head. No.
So Brian, you had some difficulties on the way here, I heard.
Oh yeah, as I was driving here after getting lunch, my car started going.
What'd you get for lunch? Very important to the story.
Oh, I had chicken nuggets from Burger King and a milkshake.
Fuck, I'm still kind of on strike with Burger King because they stopped having the
veggie burger.
No, the mac and Cheetos. Me and Bob fell in love with those, and they discontinued them after like a month.
Don't they have veggie burgers too?
I don't know, do they? I know White Castle does. Is like the only one I know of that's like a. But if Burger King does, I'll change it. I did have coffee at Burger King the other day because I was working and I had to poop. So
Right now they have Cheetos, chicken fries.
what good is that gonna do me, Diddy?
I don't know. You're vegetarian.
Yeah. So what happened after that?
Oh, I was driving here and my car just gets really loud and it sounds like it's dragging like a bunch of tin cans or something.
A body maybe?
No, sounds like tin cans.
A collective of tin cans? Would you say a tin can collective with
Yeah.
John Warren?
Like that band reference.
Yeah, our buddies.
The tin can.
So I hope your
link in
car's
the
not
description.
fucked up. Link in the description, of course. I hope you put all these links in the description.
I'm gonna try.
That makes the joke a lot funnier.
I need to listen to it back like in entirety and then I'll do it. But
so,
yeah, I'll try to put them in.
So how's the last month or so been for you, Diddy?
November's a tough month. I turned 28 though, so
Yeah, big. I still got to take you out for your birthday. This doesn't count.
this podcast doesn't count.
Yeah, but let's do that in the next couple weeks.
Next couple weeks is Christmas, homie.
I'm saying in the not like literally. Even then, yeah, we don't need. I'm not talking about on Christmas. What are your Christmas plans? What is the Diddy Christmas tradition?
Next week, no, next Saturday, I'm going to my uncle's for dinner.
Okay.
And then on Christmas, I don't know what I'm doing both days. How
All
about
right.
you? What did you do in November? You didn't really say. I heard you played an open mic.
Yeah, I played an open mic at a mostly Asian frat in New Brunswick, which was weird. And they thought they were being really cool to me by giving me like the headliner last spot. And the thing is, there were a decent amount of people there, but they all left by the time I went on, so I played for like 4 people.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's
So,
disappointing.
Yeah, but however, there was the Black Friday show, which you missed in Edison at the new Edison house.
Who else was at the open mic?
Open mic. I'm trying to think of who you would have known. Mulva was supposed to play, but her and Bob got sick and had to cancel. Joe Cash played a couple songs with me. Henry Rosmus was there, our good friend. And yeah, it was just like on New Brunswick people. Larry.
Well,
know.
yeah, he was trying to get me to go too.
Yeah,
I
he
kept
was the one
saying no.
kind. You should have went, man.
I already had plans that day though.
Plans that are more important than rock and roll.
Yes.
So, but the other thing you missed, which was a lot of fun, was the big. As we learned last year, if you throw a basement show on Black Friday, it'll be a fucking banger. Because basically everyone's home for the weekend because of Thanksgiving, and no one makes plans that night. Every year, it's going to become an annual thing now because we had it last year and then this year in Edison. It's just so many people come out and like, it just ends up being like the wildest show. Were you at the Black Friday show here that we did last year?
Not here. I don't think so.
It was crazy. It was probably the most people we've ever had come to one of these. And then the one in Edison at the new house was pretty damn good.
All right, who was there that I would know? Like, were there a lot of people I wouldn't
friends?
know actually?
I would say I didn't know at the beginning of the night / throughout. I got to know all the people, but like more than half the people I probably didn't know. So, and then there were people we did know, and it was a really good time. It was a lot of fun. There was during the Stuart Dolly set, we managed to get every member except for Coco to crowd surf while playing during the last song. Like we even picked up Grillo.
Holy shit!
Yeah, exactly. And it was.
I'm editing that out.
No, you don't need to edit that out. Grillo's a bigger guy. It's
No, I'm
understandable.
just kidding. No,
Yeah, no editing.
I didn't think they would actually be able to lift everybody up though.
One at a time. Of course.
Oh,
But
that
while
makes
they
a
were
lot of
playing
sense.
like their guitars and stuff.
That's happened to you in your basement too, right?
Yeah.
They've lifted you up while you were playing. You're
Yeah.
still shredding.
Shredding, yeah. Except the difference is this basement, the ceiling's a good, like, what would you say, 9-10 feet high at least. The Edison basement, the ceiling's very low. So it's
Anybody hit their head when they got lifted up?
I don't think during that. I'm sure someone did at other points. I had to be very careful because of where I was standing during the Sally Draper set. There's a beam that was about 3 inches higher than my head, and
Oh, that's what walking into my basement is like, because I just like smack my head on
yeah.
it as soon as I'm going down the stairs.
that's why you and Scott have like a little bit of an off posture. I'm pretty sure is because of hanging out in that basement so much.
Probably.
You guys are always crouching.
That's where my room is.
Yeah.
When I was like walking every day, like that fixed my posture a lot, and I need to start doing that again.
Yeah. Why don't you do it again?
Because I don't want to go to the park myself every day.
Eh, stop pussyfooting. You could do it. I don't. To be fair, though, one of my favorite things to do, especially like when I'm at home and I'm trying to be productive, is like I like to take my dog for a walk because I find like just walking for like 20 minutes, like I don't know, gets your brain flowing and everything. But as soon as it gets cold, I pretty much stop doing it because fuck that. And also, my dog, he does this asshole thing now where he can tell if I'm cutting the walk short, so he'll just sit down like in the middle of the street and not move unless I go in the direction he wants to.
What a frick.
Yeah, so like I can't even take him for like mini walks when it's freezing out.
Oh, that reminds me. A couple days ago, I come home from work and I got told to go over to my grandmother's house. Their dog died, so I had to help pick it up and lift it into the truck.
Jesus, what the fuck? That is horrible. Why did they call you? Why are you the dead dog delivery man?
He died at like 4 o'clock, and then when I got home, they just told me go over because they live right next door to me.
Okay.
My brother was getting out of work because he works right next door to me too, so we both had to help lift it into the truck.
God damn.
My grandfather can't lift anything because he's got like a catheter in his heart or something.
I don't think that's not a catheter.
No, no. I don't remember what it is.
You know what? A catheter is the thing that they put in your wiener hole so you could pee. Like,
Holy shit, that's gotta hurt.
I don't think he would have that.
He's got something in his heart though. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah. So did you have to Did you have to go with him to the vet or wherever?
No, they had the vet help bring it out.
Damn, that's really depressing, Brian. Very strange thing to like, yeah, I'll just casually mention that.
Oh yeah, you made me remember it while you were talking about your dog.
Are you saying my dog's gonna die soon and I'll have to call you up? Is that
No,
what if that's your
please,
new
no.
would you do that as a new career? Be the guy who picks up people's dead pets?
No. I almost gagged from the smell. No thanks.
It was dead that long, or did it like shit itself or something?
I don't know. It was only dead for an hour by the time I got
shouldn't
there.
have smelled that bad.
It did though.
Ugh. Well, there goes the fun of this podcast, Diddy.
I sucked the life out of it like I did the last one. The missing podcast nobody's ever gonna hear.
Yep. What a podcast that was. Let's just keep talking about it as if it was actually good.
Yeah, it was good. Nobody's ever gonna hear it.
Mm-hmm. So, I feel like we got a lot of ground to cover. What's happening, Diddy?
Nothing really. I've just been working and whatever.
Yeah, you've, I guess since the last episode, like, now you're committed to a new job, right?
Yeah, same one I've been.
But you're no longer the Iron Mountain King.
Nope. Bring the iron ring up to more. I don't know. I don't know the reference. Drop it in the Iron Mountain.
Man. I got one thing I can't talk about on the podcast. But, I can't say, I've been working on some stuff that I can't talk about that much.
Then why do you bring it up if you can't talk about it?
Because I'm waiting for you to carry on the conversation a little.
I can't carry the conversation. I could barely carry this guitar you put over here.
That you
I put over here.
Sick fuck.
I carried over here. Fine.
Okay.
You win.
So, what are your plans for New Year's Eve?
I actually don't think I have any.
Are you gonna come to? There might be a party / show at the Edison House. You should come and play. Maybe do a full band Brian Dipierro set again now that you have a new release.
Maybe.
Yeah, actually, you really should play some gigs with the new material. You know, you got to tour with the new songs.
But it's all dark and depressing, like that last podcast.
Yeah, but you read the lyrics to like the Sally Draper stuff. That's pretty depressing. It's fun.
Well, yeah, that's just because Trump got in the fucking presidency, though.
Yeah, but the songs before that were depressing too, and had nothing to do with that.
I got my white class privilege and Irish Catholic guilt.
Look at you calling. You're like the only person who knows the words to that song because I scream too much in it.
Yeah, I looked up the lyrics and I was trying to learn them.
Will you do a cover?
I might have been trying to, but I might have given it up.
I'll teach you that sometime. A lot of C's and F's.
I'll try to remember that.
Yeah.
Except I'll record like a slow, boring version of it.
No, that's what you should do a Diddy version.
Like everything I do lately is like slow and boring and recorded at 3 a.m.
How's Scott doing?
Scott's Scott actually had work today. Isn't that surprising?
Crazy. One of his 2 hours a week that he works.
He's doing good though.
Yeah. You know where I've been working a lot this past week? On Thursday, Friday, and then tomorrow I'm also working there.
Where?
Been working 12-hour shifts in Jamaica, man.
Jamaica.
Jamaica, Queens.
What's Jamaica? Oh, New York.
Yeah, it's a shitty, depressing place. But Jamaica,
How is it
man.
like walking there?
What?
How is it like walking in the outside area there?
It's like New York. It's in Queens. It feels, it's
Would you say?
kind of.
Would you say it's a headache?
It's a bit of a fucking headache. Actually, that's what comes to my mind driving around out there, especially because like I work there from 7 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. So like I'm there like at the beginning of morning rush hour and at the peak of afternoon rush hour, and it's just very frustrating. But it's like I worked more hours in those 3 days than I normally do in the span of like 3 weeks. So I wasn't planning on working tomorrow, but the opportunity came up, and I'm like, what do I got to lose? And also, it's been changing my work life a bit for at least jobs like this one. Netflix now, you can download things.
You can?
Yeah, so I've been rewatching The Office.
Ooh, I want to rewatch The Office. I haven't seen it in
It's a
forever.
great show.
I still never watched the last season of it.
I haven't watched the last 2 seasons yet. I
The
plan
la-
on it at the end of this. I just finished the first season last night, so
I only remember I watched up to that one guy who was replacing Michael Cera. I mean, not Michael
Scott.
Cera.
Like that would be a
Steve
weird.
Carell.
Yeah, that would be a very weird version of The Office.
Oh God, what if Napoleon Dynamite was Michael Scott?
It'd be terrible.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah,
he'd,
the
he'd,
show-
he'd ask everybody for their tots.
What's really interesting about The Office too, like I'm one of those people. I prefer the American Office to the. I'll say this. I think the lows. Granted, I still haven't seen the last 2 seasons, which I've heard mostly not good things about. But I would say like the low points of the American Office are far worse than anything on the British Office. Like the British Office is more consistent, but overall, I like the American Office better.
I tried watching an episode of the British Office, and I saw some guy like lighting papers on fire, and I just never watched again.
You have a phobia of papers being lit on fire?
No, I just not interested in it. And The Office was a kind of yellowish tint to it.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of those British shows, I don't like the kind of like color grading they use, because it's one thing that like it's always raining out there, but their shows don't need to look like it, you know?
Yeah, would you say it looked kind of yellowish too?
Yeah, it has, and it's like it's an intentional choice too, because it makes sense, because it's like an off, but it's not. I don't know. I still like the British Office quite a bit. It's just I like the American version for the most part much more.
It had more likable characters like Jim and Pam.
Yeah.
Though aren't they based off the same thing too?
Yeah,
The
that's
same general idea.
Yeah, basically the British Office, the first season of the American Office is very similar to the British Office, and then after that it kind of becomes its own thing.
It's kind of derivative in a way.
Yeah.
You know that show called Grounded for Life that used to air on
Yeah.
TV?
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of it.
Yeah, they had a UK version called In with the Flynns, and it's just like they re-recorded everything with British people.
That's what they do, man. That's how they make the monies.
It's just weird watching it because I tried to watch a couple episodes of it.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh God, most annoying character was Lily.
Yeah, you're a big fan of Donald
Logue.
Logue. Yeah, that's his name.
And I still never watched Terriers either.
Terriers is great. Really, really great.
I'll have to
gotta
get
say.
on that.
I only watched it for the first time kind of recently.
I know you mentioned it one time too.
Yeah.
Maybe in that Lost podcast episode. Who knows? Anything could be in that episode.
Anything. Yeah, there's deep things that like we didn't even know ourselves about each other. We got so into our. Oh, man, that was what's fucked up about that episode was I know what the runtime is because before like I realized the file was gone. We did an hour and 20 minutes, but it felt like I'm not exaggerating. It felt like it was 8-9 hours at least.
Oh God, yeah, it did.
Oh, it's terrible. And then trying to get up to like go to the bathroom after, and then like our dear friend brought us pizza, and like I couldn't even eat it. Like I physically couldn't. It was the worst. That was such a bad time.
And I was like playing around on guitar, and you're like, Diddy, this is no time to be riffing.
Mm-hmm. Link in the description.
Link to what? Riffing?
Oh man.
I'll record random guitar bits and put them in a Pico song, and I'll just link it.
All right. Oh, Diddy, I met your goddaughter
She's not my goddaughter. How many times do
a
I gotta
couple
say?
weeks ago. I met her.
She's not my
She's
god.
asking about you.
She can't talk yet.
Oh yeah, she learned how to speak at a month old.
Come on, this bit isn't funny, man.
It's hilarious. You can tell because it's making you uncomfortable.
I'm not a godfather.
The godfather of the Peterson baby, Brian Christopher Walken Dipierro.
On the day of my 2-year-old daughter's wedding. My 2-month-old daughter's wedding.
Why are you getting Greg's daughter married already? You're such a bad godfather.
I'm a godfather. I don't decide who falls in love when. I'm just the godfather.
All right, there's another piece of noteworthy news that was brought to my attention from your brother, Scott, earlier. So he's like, for once, Scott had something to say that wasn't like stupid.
Oh, he did?
Do you want to lead in this story? You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
There's been a string of break-ins in cars in our town, Monroe.
Oh, yeah. Monroe Township, there's somebody who's breaking into cars. He was actually caught on surveillance camera, and it looks just like you.
Yes.
So when have you found the time to do this?
Exactly. I don't know. I haven't. My alibi for the night that the security footage is from was I was watching Spotlight, which is a great movie that won Best Picture last year at the Oscars. I was watching that alone in my room, so it's not a very good alibi, but that's what I was doing at the time of the incident.
Can you be confirmed that you were watching it too?
My mom was home. I was watching it alone, and when I got back from the movies that day, and this was like less than an hour after Scott told me about it, I got home. My mom's like, "Where were you last night?" And I told her. Apparently, she saw the images that have been circulating the internet too.
Really?
And yeah, so like I don't think she really thought it was me, but it looks enough like me that it's kind of disturbing. And the fact is that it happened within 5 minutes from where I live. So like I really, on one hand, I almost wouldn't be surprised if like I get brought in for questioning. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that guy actually had like a light hoodie, which I don't think you actually wear either.
I have
so-
a gray one that could look similar that I sometimes wear.
Oh God, you did it, didn't you?
No, I'm not saying nothing, man. We already have recorded enough incriminating things for the sake of this podcast.
Never doing that again. Yeah,
Oh man.
never doing that again.
Diddy, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good. We had it over my brother's house. Him and his wife made a lot of food. How about you? What did you do?
You know, I went to I guess technically my cousin's house, and it's pretty good. A lot of food, a lot of people there. And then my cousin who lives there, she goes to the other side of the family on Thanksgiving, even though we were like in her own house. But she just had a baby earlier this year, so everyone
So she was there?
Yeah, everyone waited late for the baby to come back. So like at like 9:30 at night, the baby got there, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" And it was cool. Good baby. E.T. It's the baby's name.
Really?
Well, Eric Thomas, but we call him E.T. because
Extraterrestrial too.
exactly.
Who knows? Maybe he's from space.
Might be.
What's going on up there?
Yeah, I don't know. Some shit's hitting the fan upstairs in my home right now.
More like the floor. I don't know. That's just an awkward bad joke.
Yeah, we're killing it with this episode today.
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna open this water bottle now.
Yeah.
Oh, so I actually had another question.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of life?
I don't know. I think unfortunately, I'm pretty sure we figured that out the last episode, and it wasn't pretty.
We gotta bring that back though.
Yeah.
When we don't have anything to say, we can just say that.
What? I don't know what the meaning of life is. Do you think we need to have a guest on the next? We probably are overdue for a guest episode after this, right?
Yeah, we've had guests like every other episode, so it kind
Yeah.
of makes sense.
We should keep that up.
Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. That's what came to mind. Bye, bye, Black Sheep.
Um, yeah.
I don't know what to talk about now.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with doing it like during the day on a Sunday. Like it's not a very eventful day of the week.
And we can't look at news that's going on either.
I could pull up news. I got a phone.
Okay, what's the news for today? What can we talk
Let's
about?
I'm gonna try to avoid politics, aka Trump related stuff, because that's just depressing. And
Hey, we didn't talk about how Trump won presidency.
yeah.
Go Trump! No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
man, you don't want to out yourself as that on the show.
I'm not though.
Let's see what news stories are trending. They're all gonna be fucking tied into
Trump doing
in some
something or
way.
another thing.
Bristol Palin is expecting her third child.
Really?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Neither do I. That's why I said really, because that's really news.
Don Rickles is selling his $8 million Malibu home.
I think with the money we get from this podcast, if we get money, we should buy it.
Yeah, well, speaking of money, the first Sally Draper EP is now on Spotify, iTunes, and pretty much Tidal, pretty much like every music service.
And link in the description.
Link in the description. Yeah, if you listen at any of those, we get like an eighth of a penny or something every play. So
You
that's-
do?
Oh yeah, that adds up to like a
A
dollar
cent.
after like a few thousand plays.
Don't worry, you're gonna have millions of fans after this podcast
Millions,
episode.
yeah, because once that crossover comes through from all of our fans,
Oh
How-
yeah, I forgot about that.
how many? Yeah, it sounds like crazy shit's happening. How many
wonder if
breasts
it's-
have you been asked to sign since starting this podcast today? Like, how many ladies have taken their boobies out and been like, sign this?
Probably about 320.
320.
I counted all.
That's a lot, man. Is that individual boobs you're counting or people?
Individual boobs.
Okay, so that's like
You gotta sign each one.
160 women. Pretty good, man.
Sometimes you gotta sign down the middle though.
Yeah.
How about you?
It's like for me, like about 60. Not really that many. 60 individual tits.
So that's 60 people.
Or 30.
30? Well, you said each individual one.
Good point. Fuck. Oh, man.
You gotta learn how to do your math.
I don't know how to math.
How did you do in math in school?
Not that good. It was weird. I was good at it when I was much young. Like as a kid, everyone's like, "Oh, this kid's good at math." And then like I always consider myself, especially now, like I think I'm dyslexic, but with numbers instead of letters.
Really? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. How are you with the math?
I don't know. I always got like an A plus in math until geometry. I just suck at geometry.
But you were also, to be fair, back in high school, you were a bit of a not a class clown or anything, but you were a bit of a fuck you slacker type, if I remember correctly.
Kind of, yeah. I drew instead of like doing any work.
Yeah. You really stuck it to the man.
And that's why I didn't graduate on time.
But you got to go to adult school with our dear friend Greg Peterson,
Yes.
where you learned how to become an adult, and now Greg has a child. So that means you got to have a child soon.
That means I'm next.
Yep. Who's the lucky lady?
I don't have one. Oh yeah. Remember that Jock Eddie kid too? I forgot what his last name was.
I think.
Football player.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
He was at that school too, as was James Reiner.
And James Reiner is a smart dude.
Yeah, he's making a lot of money now. I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because he works in New York too.
Big Apple. That's where I'm working tomorrow. Are you saying I'm making a lot of money?
No, I mean he's doing like security stuff with computers and that
Yeah.
kind of thing, and that just anything IT brings in a lot of money.
Yep.
That's what I should go for.
That's what you should, man. Get off your bum and do it.
It's probably too late though.
It's never too late. That's a bullshit excuse, and you know it.
Yeah, it is a bullshit excuse, but it feels too late.
Morgan Freeman didn't become a famous actor until he was like in his 50s or 60s.
Until he was a custodian for a high school.
Is that
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
where the fuck are you? Link in the description. Oh.
I'll write a fan fiction just to have the link in the description. Where he was
Do
like
it,
a
man.
high school janitor or something and someone discovered him. No, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that.
Morgan Freeman, Andy Dufresne. I wish I could do a Morgan Freeman. That'd be cool if that was like actually a good impression.
If anyone could do his voice, that would blow me away.
Yeah. So, the actor from he hates when I tell people this because he like did it in front of me once by mistake, and I make him do it all the time. Chris Ballant, who is the lead actor in the backseat, he does a really, really, really good James Earl Jones, like disturbingly good. Um, but yeah, he doesn't do it for people because he doesn't want to be known as the guy who does the James Earl Jones. But he can do it. He's very good.
Then he's gonna be brought into movies and they'll be like, hey, do that voice for us. We'll pay you a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except we won't give you as much as James Earl Jones will get.
Of course. Speaking of James Earl Jones, new Star Wars movie coming out this week. I'm excited. The premiere was last night, and granted, it's a premiere, so you kind of can't trust it, but people are saying it's damn good.
I want to see it.
Then see it, man.
I didn't even see the last one though.
This one's kind of unrelated, so
Really?
it's quote unquote a standalone Star Wars. It takes place before A New Hope.
Before A New Hope?
Yep.
What are they doing with the timeline?
Well, because this is a standalone movie. The last one was episode 7. This is Rogue One, and it takes place before episode 4.
Oh,
The basic
okay.
plot, it has to do with them stealing the plans for the Death Star that that Princess Leia has in the first Star Wars movie.
Yep.
So, yeah, you should come with me and Joe Cash on Thursday.
I gotta be up in the morning on Friday though, so I don't think I
It's
can.
only a 7. It's a 7 o'clock showing. They don't do midnight showings anymore.
Yeah,
really.
but I'm probably not gonna be like I'm not gonna be able to though. I don't think
Party pooper ditty. That's what you guys are hearing right
that,
now.
and I don't have money. I got no money to see it. This
Sell your
podcast
body,
isn't
man.
paying the bills. You know?
You gotta sell your body.
I'm not selling my body.
Speaking of body, you're losing some weight.
Yeah, I've been working on it. I've been trying to eat better.
Yeah.
I say that right after I had a milkshake from Burger King.
Yeah, I'm surprised you went to Burger King too. Not as much because it's Burger King, but like that's kind of like out of the way for coming here.
Well, no,
He
I
must
was
have been
going
really
to I was
craving it.
going to Route 18 because I was gonna bring Scott food, but then he's like, I don't want anything now.
Yeah, this guy's a dick.
I mean, I was gonna go to McDonald's, but then I was like, Burger King's right there. I'll just get chicken nuggets and a milkshake.
Oh, I'd like to plug a really good restaurant that's in Monroe that not a lot of people still don't know about it.
Fuck Bob Garvey.
Well, I said a good restaurant.
Oh,
Really
okay.
good one. Noodle Fan. Have you been there? It's kind of near Englishtown. It's by Raceway Park.
I have never heard of it before.
It's really good. I think it's technically Thai food, but they have a lot of vegetarian. But everyone I've taken there loves it. It's only been open for like a year or so, but it's great and it's really cheap. You get a lot of food for not a lot of money. And
Really?
it's awesome. Yeah.
Like, how much is a meal or something?
I think usually if I'm with 2 people, it comes out to like 20, 25 bucks. And keep in mind, this is like not like a little bit of food. Like it's a full meal. Yeah, I think it usually comes out to around 20 bucks for 2 people.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Very delicious. Recommend it. I have plans to go back on Tuesday. I've been going there for a while, but I'm just realizing now that like no one seems to know about it, so gotta plug it,
Is it all the way in Englishtown, or is it
It's
like?
technically in Monroe. It's near Raceway Park though. It's like probably like 3 minutes from Raceway Park.
It's on Spotswood Englishtown Road though.
No, it's on. I don't know the exact road name, but you take Mount Mills past Spotswood Englishtown Road and then make a right. Great podcast material here.
Yeah, I'm yawning. Sorry.
And yawning and giving directions.
Well, you're just trying to tell me where it is.
Yeah. So what? What do you
Everybody
think?
who listens is gonna go there now.
Yeah. All dozens of thousands of listeners of millions.
All the ones that live in Monroe, anyway.
Yeah.
They'll just go to it because they live right next to it, probably.
No one lives in Monroe anymore.
Oh yeah.
Everyone moved.
I gotta go move. Be right back.
Well, I heard a rumor. It's just a rumor that Joe Cash might not live in the Edison house after the first year is up. So you should take his place, get the cool room.
Nah.
Eh.
Nah. Nah.
So Brian, what's the meaning of life?
The meaning of life is to give life a meaning and to perpetuate the species as a human.
You
I don't.
mean fucking?
Yeah.
That's perpetuating the species.
Get fucked! Yeah, that's pretty much it. And living life to the fullest, enjoying every moment of it. That is the meaning of life.
Yeah, we enjoy every moment together, except for last time we saw each other. We really did not enjoy it.
We gotta call that back like every 2 minutes just so people get like, oh man, I want to hear that.
Yeah, but it really doesn't exist. So
Yeah, I know. You were actually like showing me on video as you were
yeah,
trying to get it recovered.
yeah, I had to do a Skype or Facebook live type thing to just show Diddy that I wasn't lying.
Yeah, for all I know, you could have saved it beforehand
I
as like a dot wave.
no,
But that
we,
night was still weird because I fell asleep for like 11 hours.
yeah, I slept at first for like 2 or 3 hours, and then but total probably about 12 hours, which is like the most I think I've ever slept in my life.
Oh wait, I woke up at like 1:30 in the morning to my mom calling me.
Did you answer? You never told me this part.
No, I didn't answer it because I looked at my phone. It was mom, but I was still like feeling like I couldn't move my hands really.
Did your mom get pissed?
Yeah, she was mad.
Did she know what you were up to, you think?
No, she just thinks I was drinking.
Yeah, okay.
I hope she doesn't listen to this podcast.
But like really she should be if she thinks you're drinking and you decide to spend the night somewhere as opposed to driving yourself, that's
she tells me
responsible
she
thing.
still tells me she doesn't want me to drink though.
Yeah, you're an adult.
I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions.
Yeah. Does she drink?
No. My dad used to.
Yeah.
And you know how that ended, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, what a fun topic.
What is the meaning of life, Ryan?
I guess it's to not let your mom know if you're drinking if you're a Dipierro.
I guess that's it. She doesn't know I have like a couple shots of vodka too.
Yeah.
Those little dollar ones.
Does she know about like the women you sneak in every night to bang?
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows about them.
Hey, she's gotta meet him. She's gotta cross the street. I mean, she's gotta cross the living room to see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It is weird though, like when you get to like our age, like if you are to like meet some girl or something, right? Like where do you go? Like I guess if like the other person lives, because me and you are losers that still live with our parents. But it's like, yeah, what do you do? Like, are you like say like you're hitting it off with the lady and it's like late at night and there's nothing left to do and nowhere left to go? Like
Find
you
a
really
hotel instead.
Yeah, but like I got the
Find
money.
a hotel that has a vacancy
Yeah,
sign in
so
it.
you just end up sneaking. Anyway, I got a story for you off the podcast.
Shit. Let's end the
Tease.
podcast so I can hear it.
Yeah, we're only 38 minutes in. I feel like even though we're at some point just stretching it and making it unlistenable, but I feel like we gotta at least get close to an hour, right? Otherwise,
You mean unlistenable like it is right now?
that's great right now. Everyone's on the edge of their seat, and you know Bob's watching it on the big TV. Where he
Oh
just,
God.
what do you think the picture's gonna be for this one?
I don't know. We
He-
should probably take one.
Yeah, probably.
Let's just take a random shot of like these things in the these things in
Yeah.
the room. Oh yeah, I know you can't see anymore, but all the lawn stuff from outside is in Ryan's basement.
Yeah.
Like there's umbrellas and a bunch of cushions out there. There's these crazy lawn seats right in front of me.
Yeah, not a very good setup for socializing or anything, pretty much.
Definitely not. I can only see half of you right now.
Yeah, but it works. I don't have my glasses on, so you're still a blur. But I know you're looking as adorable as ever.
Oh gee, thanks.
Yeah. Brian, when it snows, do you want to go? You want to go sledding at Thompson Park with me?
Probably not.
Just fucking go.
I don't like going. I don't like going sledding.
Why? It's a blast.
That and I have a leg problem.
Yeah, you know what your leg problem is? It's
What?
attached to you.
God damn, you're right.
Have we ever told the audience about your leg issue? Do we
Basically,
want
I have lymphedema, so my leg like leaks lymph fluids and whatever.
Where
I
does
know-
it
I know
leak
this is
it out
probably-
of?
What?
Where does it leak though? Like,
From a open wound on my leg.
it sounds so gross.
It is. I had to wrap it up, and it's like in pain right now.
Oh, duty.
I'm ruining the podcast. We should just end it.
We gotta get drinks for the next podcast, I think. We'll get drinks and a guest.
Drinks and a guess. That sounds perfect.
Yeah,
We just need more cowbell for it.
see, Walken's coming out. If only Shaggy was here talking to Walken.
Nah. I can't do that.
Yeah,
That'd be hard as hell doing two voices back at each other.
You did it with Scooby and Shaggy, the episode where you got crunk.
Yeah, but I was drinking then. And they
you were drinking
even
those
then,
cinnamon discs.
even then, they weren't that good.
I thought it was awesome, and so did special mystery guest.
Like, what the fuck, Scoob? That's half-hearted, you can tell.
Yeah, we gotta do a live one of these. Maybe on New Year's we'll do it.
That was actually an idea, right?
Yeah.
Like, listen to me here. Would you watch like an actual video or whatever of this?
Would I, or are you asking the audience?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I guess I would, but I probably wouldn't because I'd be in it with you. Not that
It's like-
much of a jack off.
Oh, I'm not gonna watch this because I'm in it. Oh yeah, I've been watching back Let's Play. It's really good. Like one that I recorded with my friend Frankie.
Yeah.
Like we're playing Super Mario 64, and it's just got like good jokes in it and everything.
Yeah. Not, but obviously it's nothing compared to this podcast.
Oh right, it's not. It's shit in comparison. Except that I'm in it,
Yeah.
and then I make the same tired jokes like the whole thing.
Diddy jokes never get tired.
Link in the description. No, I'm just
Link in the
kidding.
description.
To the Super Mario 64 playthrough.
God,
Imagine if I did do that though.
I can imagine. I imagine all the people.
Imagine all the people living for it. I don't remember the words.
Yee-hoo!
I don't know the words to that song.
That's pretty bad, man. You shouldn't be allowed to play music if you don't know the words to
I haven't heard
Imagine.
that song in like years. Not since your cover of it.
Yeah, link in the description.
God damn. There's too many links. Too many links.
That's an episode name.
Too many links.
Yeah, that'll be confusing.
It could just be pictures of Link from Legend of Zelda too.
Yeah.
Link in the description
Um.
to Legend of Zelda Wikipedia.
Oh, you got to meet a celebrity. By celebrity, I mean a very famous character / piece of artwork when you were at the Edison house. Do you remember Eddie Extreme? On the refrigerator?
Oh yeah.
You want to tell the people about Eddie Extreme?
Basically, it's Eddie from Ed, Ed, and Eddie, but with a giant dick.
A very detailed giant dick. A very gross one. With
Yeah, it's
one flat
disturbing.
testicle that apparently Bob modeled after his own.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like what the fuck, Scoob?
Like, what the fuck, Ryan?
Woo! See, that's what the people listen for.
What,
Also, my claps just ruined this.
You mean they listen for a half-assed Shaggy impersonator?
Yes.
What
Oh, dude, something cool happened the other day.
what?
So I was in Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Williamsburg to be exact. And I went to Vinny. I was hanging out with someone I was trying to impress. So I went to Vinny's Pizzeria, which is like a famous pizza place that does like all these weird slices. And I go in and I notice they have a framed piece of artwork that looks familiar. You know that pizza that CJ made? Our good friend from high school? Like that pizza slice with like the two cutters?
I think so.
Fuck. I'm going to try to show you from across.
Is it his comic?
It's something he drew like a couple of years ago, but like since then people have gotten it like tattooed on themselves. Anyway, it was our friend. Can you see from there?
Probably. Yeah, I see it. The two cutters on the bottom.
So
crossed.
anyway, I saw that on the wall of this pizza place, and apparently CJ didn't even know it was up there. And this is like a famous, busy pizza place in Brooklyn.
How did it get up there then?
Apparently, Rich Lee has prints of them at some store that he works at. I guess someone saw it and bought it for the place, and it's framed, and it was pretty cool.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
He should be getting royalties for
he
that.
should. Rich Lee's just taking advantage of him. We should have Rich Lee on the show. That'd
Does
be a hell
anyone
of a
talk to
guest.
Rich Lee anymore, though?
I haven't talked to him in a while, but he lives with Nick.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure him and Nick,
Him and Nick on the podcast.
him, Nick, and Nick's friend Rob, who's really cool. They live together.
Let's get all three of them.
All
I'm
three
just
of,
kidding.
we'll have to go to Brooklyn. We'll make a Brooklyn trip for it.
Weren't we gonna be doing something in New York anyway, like sometime next month?
Oh yeah, there's rumors that there's a song by a band about New York that might get released next month, and there or may not be a music video taking place in the everyone's favorite New York spot, Times Square, featuring Brian Christopher Walken Dipierro.
Got to do a golf clap so it doesn't clip.
So that should be exciting.
Yeah, it'd just be weird to see myself in it.
Yeah, you've seen yourself in music videos before, though.
Yeah, only like 2, and
It's
they're
more
both
than most people.
and they're both made by friends.
Yeah.
Like there's that.
You're saying we're not friends anymore?
No, I said they're mostly made by friends.
Ah.
Like there's the Madeline video.
Yeah, you and Scott make an appearance in that briefly.
I think Caitlin's in it too.
And Caitlin. The Stuart Dolly video is better, though.
Oh wait, was I in a Stuart Dolly video?
Yes! The one I made! For Risk, dummy.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to think if there was another video
Oh,
with me in
no,
it though.
fool.
Cause I was thinking Driveway Dave's.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, they should reform.
Yeah, you should tell him.
They're bound by force crystals to this world.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Some hibbity jibbity swibbity.
I gotta remember, that's like 46, close to 47 minutes in where you said that. 'Cause that's
Did
the
you ever
closest-
see Little Nicky by an Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah, is it
The
from
Lord
that?
did say a lot of hibbity jibbity
Ah, that's
swibbity bibbity.
disappointing. I'm gonna still pretend it's something you made up. It makes it more amusing.
But has he ever really done anything?
So you think Little Nicky's the meaning of life?
I think so. I mean, he dies and comes back to life multiple times in the movie.
Yeah,
And then Popeye's chicken is the meaning of life in that movie too.
that is true.
Because Popeye's chicken is the shiznit.
Are you a
I-
fan of Popeye's chicken?
I never actually had it.
Me neither.
Well, you're a vegetarian. Why would you have it?
I don't know.
For anyone who can't see this at home, he just shrugged, rolled his eyes up, and was like, I don't know.
I think they heard that part.
Well, yeah, they heard that part, but they didn't see you shrug or roll your eyes up.
Yep. So that's the meaning of life, I think.
Little Nicky?
No.
I don't know.
Did it. You're the meaning of my life.
Whoa, that's
You're
like
the
a
one
high
I've been
honor.
searching for.
The one that's everybody's searching for.
So hopefully we'll be back with a new episode with a fancy guest in the very near future. Let's not go more than a couple weeks without a new one, you know?
Yeah.
Listeners get angsty.
Did you say a fancy guest, though?
Fancy guest. Maybe like Paul Grillo in a suit.
We need to take like a picture for that, too.
We gotta also like get a lady guest at some point because it's starting to feel kind of wienery, you know?
Well,
we gotta get
We could always get Shayna, right?
maybe if she wants to do it. But yeah, we gotta get someone because it's a bit of a sausage party.
Well,
Need
do you
better
know
representation.
anybody?
Yeah, I know a few. Believe it or not, I know
it.
some people of the female race.
You gotta get people
Get
on.
Caitlin on.
Well, she doesn't want to do it, though.
Have you asked?
Yeah, I did.
Really? Oh.
I asked her, hey, you want to be on this? And she's like, no.
Who do you think we'd have a better chance at getting? Her or Scott?
Scott. But we'd probably have to pay him.
I'm gonna pay him and not kicking his ass.
We'll pay him with all the royalties we get from each episode of this.
He doesn't deserve jack shit.
We don't even get anything for this.
We get millions, dude.
Millions? Then why don't we buy that fucking house in Malibu that
All right,
someone's
we'll
selling?
buy fucking Don Rickles. We'll buy his house. Link in the description.
So Don Riggles' house?
Yeah, Malibu. Become the Diddy house.
No, it won't. You imitating me?
No, not at all. That was a Don Rickles, clearly.
I don't know who Don Rickles is, so...
You don't know who Don Rickles is?
No.
Famous insult comedian,
No.
actor. He's old as fuck.
I don't know.
Diddy doesn't know who Don Rickles is. What are we gonna do?
I could end my life right now on this episode.
No. Oh, that is some pure laughter there.
That's what made the last episode bad, because I made a joke like that, and then I couldn't tell you I was joking because I was laughing so hard.
Oh, Diddy, is it true that you were driving, that for some reason you were driving Kev Murtha home from school with Scott and Caitlin, I'd assume, and you got into 2 different car accidents in one like 5-minute ride back from school?
I've never driven Kevin Murtha home.
That's a story he's told for a long time. Have you ever been in 2 car accidents in the span of like 10 minutes?
I've
Don't
only been
lie.
in 2 car accidents in my life.
Were they both at the same time?
No.
What were your car accidents like?
They were both in my Pontiac Sunfire when I used to drive that piece of shit.
But what you got? Tell me more. Tell me the stories.
I was turning out of my sister's work because I was dropping her off, and then I just get like crashed into the side of me. Into my passenger driver's side door.
Damn. And what was the other one?
The other one, I was making a left turn to actually pick up my sister from work. Everything happened
Moral
while I
of the
was...
story here: don't pick up your sister from work.
Well, yeah, I haven't for years because she drives now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was making a left-hand turn, but somebody goes through a red light and they hit my car.
So you would say neither of these were your fault, just bad luck.
Yeah, well, the one turning out of my sister's work, that one, I didn't have like vision on the road, so I couldn't really see them from
What
it.
do you mean? You didn't have vision on the road?
I mean, somebody was blocking like my view, so I couldn't really see anybody coming.
Okay.
That one, I don't really blame myself for. But the other one, some guy went through a red light and hit me.
Now, I think we talked about this on the podcast before, but you almost got me and Mr. Peterson murdered on Route 9, and that would have totally been your fault.
Oh yeah,
You want to tell the listeners about that?
one time I wasn't looking at the traffic light and I just drive through a red light.
Full speed into oncoming traffic. You almost killed us.
Some guy was practically leaning out his window, giving me a middle finger.
Probably because you almost killed him.
While I was going up the ramp, yeah. And he didn't break eye contact either. Like I was really hoping he veered off the road and hit something.
But it was your fault, though.
Yeah, but I didn't see the red light. Didn't you say you did something similar to that too?
No, not like that.
Yeah, but you went through a red light. You told it once.
Yes, I have, but not like that. That was bad. That was on Route 9, and me and Greg both said something to you as you were approaching the red light, and you were like, oh. And then you just went through.
God damn it. You don't gotta bring up bad memories like that.
It was pretty hilarious.
Now that triggered my PTSD. I'll never get in a car again.
That explains why you can't keep it up anymore. Did you ever go to kind of near Route 9, but not really? You ever go to Paco's Tacos?
No,
It
I
was
don't know what
It
the
was like
fuck
the
that
best
is.
Mexican place, but it hasn't. It was only open for a few years, and it closed. I found out. You know how I found out? It closed like 2 years ago at this point. But you know how I found out it was closed?
How?
I had a friend who's from like Northish, Jersey, text me, and she was asking me like, where would you recommend to like go in the area? Because she was for some reason around here, and I said, you gotta go to Paco's Tacos. It's the best place. And she went there, and it was closed for good, and that's how I found out.
Like, what the fuck is this place closed for, man?
Yeah, I guess they weren't making enough money.
I've never...
Although, when I was working in Brooklyn the other day, I saw a Paco's Tacos out there that I have a feeling isn't related, but if it is, woo! I'm gonna be going there.
You should go to it.
I might.
I thought you said it was the best.
I just don't know if it's affiliated with it. It might just be. It's like that's a pretty common name, you know.
Yeah, El Paco. It's probably the same. You never know, though.
Yeah,
What other Pacos own a taco place?
a lot.
Probably. Remember when there was Del Taco on Route 18?
There was a Del Taco,
It was a place called Del Taco, I think.
like a fast food place called Del Taco.
Yeah.
Del Taco's a huge chain that's mostly on the West Coast. You're telling me there was a Del Taco in New Jersey at one point?
Yeah, it was
You're
on
blowing
Route
my
18.
mind, dude.
It was on Route 18, like right near Kmart.
Holy shit! No, I had no idea. I love Del Taco, but they don't have like any out here. Like literally, like there's none.
Was that the name? I can't even remember, but it was on Route 18.
Oh, you're not talking about Del Taco. You're fucking talking about Baja Fresh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, okay,
it.
it's different than Del Taco. I was gonna say, but yeah, Baja that was pretty good, and they had the, but yeah, that closed, and now that's like a medical center.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's like a Medical Express.
I will say this though, 2016 has not been a good year for a number of ways. Would you agree?
Yep.
One great thing to happen in 2016, life changing, is that Taco Bell opening up on 18.
Oh yeah, we actually went to it the night
The
before we
night
recorded that.
before we did our bad things, but that's it. I think it's the best and worst thing because, like, yeah, there's always been the Taco Bell in Milltown. There's one in the Freehold Mall, and then there's the one near in Sayreville near South Amboy. But to finally have one that's like soup. I don't know about you, but like I'm on Route 18 pretty like at least once a week, if not more, and it's a life changer.
The drive-through at that place takes forever though.
That's I go inside, man.
Even inside, they take your name because it takes so long.
I think they've been doing better. Also, I thing is I do order on the app, which makes it a lot quicker.
Oh yeah, you did that one time
Yeah.
when we went to Walmart and then Taco Bell.
We gotta hit up Taco Bell again soon.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then we were trying to make plans to meet with Scott, but he's like,
He's being a piece of shit.
yeah. And by the time we were leaving, he was like, he called us back, like, we're not turning around for you.
Yeah.
Not turning around for you, anybody, man.
I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore.
I can't do this anymore.
I can't do this too.
I'm gonna smash this PSP against the fucking wall.
Why? I don't remember what your line was.
It's like, why? What did I do? And he's like, I can't do this.
And then then the fartist starts.
Yeah, good song. Good song.
Yeah, man. So what do you think? Are we done with this podcast? We're about 57 minutes in.
I think we talked about everything
Yeah,
important.
I wish. I feel like we owe the fans a better episode soon. Like I feel like this wasn't our best. What do you think?
I feel kind of the same because we made reference to a lost episode that nobody's ever gonna
We're
hear.
just like it's kind of like going through a bad breakup, we're just not over it yet.
Not over that lost episode.
But
It was so good.
next episode we'll have a very special guest, and maybe we'll have a couple drinks in our system to loosen up, and it'll be fun.
Indeed.
Do you think this should be our setup? Listeners, give us some feedback. Link in the description. Me and Diddy are using a much better setup than previous episodes for recording. And if you think the sound quality is a huge improvement, and we should, because in order to do it this way, we have to do it in person. But if you guys think it's worth it, we'll keep doing it, right?
Yep, we'll keep doing it just like this.
Yeah. Well, until then, it's been real. And Brian, I think that's the meaning of life.
The meaning of life, the end of this episode. And it was a damn good episode.
What are we gonna be? We're gonna be huge, right, Diddy?
We're gonna be huge.
You half-assed it. All right, bye.
Bye.